Hey, welcome to the shortwave radio channel, and I'm continuing my series that I started last week with older radios that I've been using for years that are still sold online, and giving them kind of a second review and a few videos posting what I'm receiving with them. So this is the Tecsun DR920. There's an updated version, I believe, on the internet because the eBay sellers are selling the DR920C. I don't know if it might have to do with the color. I wouldn't be surprised. So this is a very low-priced receiver with the frequency display, which is nice because when you're tuning the bands, knowing where you're tuning is always a good idea. So first, this is not a PLL or phase lock loop driven receiver. It's an analog radio in reality. What they did is add a circuit that is a frequency counter that actually looks at what frequency the radio is tuned to. The advantage, of course, is that you have a frequency display so you could see where you're tuning. The disadvantage is not as precise, so sometimes it could be a little off in the frequency. It is probably a little bit when I tune in by ear, but it's still pretty good in general. This is, of course, a FM, medium wave, and shortwave receiver. Notice that here at the bottom, it kind of resembles a little bit the slider of the Tecsun R920. I wouldn't be surprised that this is a Tecsun R920 with an added frequency counter. So same circuitry, same way of working, but they add a little bit more circuitry to it. It's very low priced, around 25 to 30 US dollars. So it's really not very expensive. If you're looking for a really cheap start set that has frequency display, the R920 is quite sensitive. It's surprisingly good for what it is and for the price it is. It is very sensitive. It does miss out, like I say, on the R920 a little bit of the frequency ranges that it's not going to the kind of the extended bands if you want, but for the most part it works well and receives well. I'll be posting videos for it, that's for sure. So the shortwave bands, of course, divided into 10 bands, starting at, of course, band. So we have FM, we have medium wave, and we have the first band is the 80 meter band, or the just above the amateur band for the European band of broadcasting. And of course, you've got the 60 meters and so on, 49 and so on. It goes all the way up to 21 megahertz, or the 13 meter band. What does this offer more? So like I said, it's quite sensitive. It's as sensitive as the Tecsun R920, if not maybe a little more. It offers, of course, the tuning of the frequency with the tuning dial. No keypad on this thing, but you don't really need one actually because the bands are not that big. And tuning with the button, it goes actually very fast. So going from one frequency to the other isn't that difficult. It has a set of alarm and clock, so that is nice because that means you can actually wake up to the buzzer or the radio. That's an added bonus of a receiver that has a little electronic clock and circuit. On the right side, you have tuning button, and you have the buzzer, or what is called the buzzer or radio for the alarm type that you want. On the left side, there's the volume control. There's an earphone jack that has FM stereo, and there's a little plug for an adapter if you want to use a adapter on it. Of course, telescopic antenna, and it uses 2 AA batteries, which lasts forever, honestly, in this radio. If you had to choose between a radio that's $25 and that has a frequency display, I know there's a TVO V115, there's all sorts of things like that. I choose this one for a very simple reason. The TVO V115 is roughly the same price, has a keypad and all, but it's so noisy electronically that it's difficult to tune in to shortwave signals. This being an analog radio, is so much quieter, and you still have that little frequency display. Like I said, even no tuning pad, it's kind of easy to tune around because it goes fast tuning from one part to the other of the spectrum. Performance on FM and on AM is actually quite good, and like I said, videos are coming up today, so you'll see some of its performance. You'll see it in action, as we say, and maybe even compare it to other radios tonight. So I'll post several videos comparing this to other radios, even more expensive radios. I think that could be a nice challenge here. So the Tecsun DR920, it's available on eBay pretty much only. That's where I've seen it. And many sellers, be careful, some are selling it to a very high price. It's about 25 to 30 US dollars. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.